Hi everyone, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and we finally got issue 17, and it is very different, but I think they've done an actually amazing job. I know we've got less projects, we haven't got the videos that go with it, but I think we need to remember that these people have no responsibility to give us our magazine. They are not the ones that have been paid for this. We paid the old company for this. So the fact that they've gone and done all this when they're not getting any money for it, I think we need to appreciate. I know it's annoying. I'm annoyed with the old company, but there's no point taking it out on the people that are trying to make it right. Let's have a look. Try and work out the new layout. So we still get a free die. It's really cute as well. Everyone's obsessed with mice, aren't they? He's so super cute. So like I said, you get 6 cards. You do get a worded description, and as far as I'm aware, everything else is the same. You get all that you need, and as you can see, they even tell you what you need to do to cut out. So I am impressed. 6 projects. They tell you what you need still. They list it in order, and they show pictures. So the only thing we haven't got is the videos, and I know that's a nightmare because I used to like watching them as well, just to make sure I got it right. I'm a visual learner. I like this, how they've done it on acetate. I do like this. I love this one. It's so different. Okay, so Dearest Doily. Okay, so what they're saying is that although they're the dies, they have been adjusted to cut as SVG files because sometimes it needs a lot of clear up on the nodes. And I guess they're just showing you, if it was the nested shapes in the dies, this is all the different things you can do with it. I like the way on every one as well they've told you what they've done. So decorative matte with 7 pointy detail. Okay, I get it. So these are all the separate parts, and then these are all the different things that you can do with it. Okay, so you can basically do whatever you want. They haven't done a project, or have they? Oh, they have. They've also done some projects, so they've shown you everything you can do with it on your own, and they've done some projects, which is a bit better than before. Oh, I like this one. That's really nice, actually. Not sure I'd go so crazy on these flowers. Maybe a few less, but that's me. That's personal choice. Making card shapes. So it tells you what you need to make the different card shapes here. And then also a tag one, which is pretty cool as well. I like them tags, I've got to say. Oh, and here's some projects with the tags. Okay, I had a quick look through, but not a proper look. Bewitched Florals. It shows you before, sorry, I should have said. It shows you how to snip into it to get different bits. It doesn't really show you how though, does it? I know how, but I'm sure there's plenty of you that don't. This is nice. It's very unusual, but I like it. How to make enchanted flora. So it shows you how to make one of the flowers. I know this is an old one. I love this shoe. So again, it's showing you how to use parts of it. The only thing I don't really like is that they're not showing you how you do that with SVGs, how you just take out part of what you want. I mean, I know you can cut the whole thing out and then just snip into what you want, but if you just want to cut out that little bit and just use that, that's really what you want to see, isn't it? Shoes. See, I have a thing for shoes, so I do love the shoes. Spellbound Florals. It's all using the tags. This is beautiful. I love this. So again, they're showing you how you can use parts of it, but I think they're showing you how, if you cut the whole thing out, how to use parts of it. Whereas I think we'd like to find out how to cut it out in the beginning. These are lovely. I love these. Nice pretty girl. Oh, we get the carriage as well. Lovely. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? That could be nice wedding if you done her just in white. Like you could cut out the charisma file, but then cut out just white and cut it there so that the head and the hands you could use, but the dress goes over the top. With that carriage, that would be a beautiful wedding card. That's a nice carriage. I like it. Oh, and there we go. So what's that? Oh, it's £100 voucher or a £50 mystery box. That's good. So don't forget to do your magazine giveaway. Where do you have to go? Tattered Lace still. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go over to Bewitched Florals. I haven't got the SVG to it, so is that there? So I'm going to open that. I'm just going to drag it into here because that'd be easier than trying to do it that way. So it's telling you that on the magazine, it's telling you that you can cut into it. Now with a die, you'd just cut it out and snip, but with an SVG, you can take these bits out. So what I'm going to try and do, let me see if I can split the screen and then just move in a bit closer, just so you can see it a bit better, and then on here, there we go, so that we're a little bit closer. So first of all, it says take these 3 little flowers out. Now these are all separate at the moment. I'm going to leave it like that because what we want to take out, I'm going to click off again before, is the outline, and then the rest of it will just delete. So first of all, it says you can take out the buds. So if you click, wait, and click again. Don't do it straight away because the nodes will not come up. Okay, and we need to get rid of all these. So what we're going to do is slowly delete. Don't want to delete that one. We need that one. Just slowly start deleting all the bits. Now I'm just going to do it one by one. Right, I think that's that one there. This one. Looks like that one too. Yeah. And then these two down here it says. So we would go is it that one? Yeah. So all you're doing is deleting the nodes. And if you go wrong, don't panic, because you can always undo it. So say if I done that and deleted by mistake, it's like, whoops, I've done that by mistake. So you just undo and it goes back, and you can undo several times. Now I can delete these outside lines. Don't need the nodes for that. Oops. See what I've done? I've deleted the outside line, guys. Didn't mean to do that. We need the outside line, so I need to delete this. So if you press shift and click inside the lines so that the main box isn't there. You might have to do it every time. So the main outside line, as long as when you hold shift you click inside of it, then you can just get rid of all the, there we go. last one. So there we go. So then we've got what it says here. So that is how you would do it with an SVG. You've got to use the nodes, which sounds really scary. I know it does. Trust me, I know it does. But that is how you do it. So you just want to get rid of the outside line, and these little lines are separate anyway. If I show you there, they're separate anyway. Always go back and it will go back to the exact point. But now I've got here what they've got in that picture there. And that is how you get rid of it if you only want to cut, say, the two flowers. It also shows you can do just the rose on its own. So you just got to be patient. I hope that helped you a little bit. Same thing with the shoe. So let's get making. I will see you over at the craft table.
Sorry guys, back on the computer again just for a second. I just wanted to show you something I'd done rather than just telling you. So I wanted to do the shoe, but what I wanted to do, I liked the idea of, I'm just going to bring the cutout of the mouse, but what I wanted to do was try it on something else. So go back to where I was. This is where I got my doily shape from, because we need the flat at the bottom, but I didn't fold it. I'm not going to fold it in half. What I want to do is duplicate it, so you've got like the front and back of a card. Put one to the side, and then the shoe, I've got the outline and the actual shoe. So all I'm going to do with the outline is make it a little bit bigger. I don't want it too big. Actually, we will do away. And then I'm going to put it against the shoe, but I want the shoe to come out a little bit. And then I'm going to subtract, so that the shoe is going to sit behind, like with the mouse, but this is going to be with the shoe. And there's enough to do the outline as well. And then that also means that I can take this into the offset, change it to inward, and do a backing paper that fits perfectly. In fact, what I done was do it twice, and on the second one I changed that 8 to a 6, so it wasn't too big or too small. And then I don't think I kept it. I used the blue as the first backing, and then for this one, let's see if I can bring it back up. Undo, 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 undo. There we go. This was in blue and I changed it, it should say, so hue was 331 and then the saturation was 99, and it almost matched the flowers. That's what I was trying to do, that's why they're up. I've almost matched the colour of the flowers to the paper. That was my idea, and then this will go behind. So I just wanted to show you that quickly so you could see what I done. And then just carry on cutting out as normal. Okay, I will see you over at the craft desk, for real this time.
Okay, let's get going. So I'm going to start off with the shoes, seeing as that's what we've last done. So on the scoreboard, I'll get the scoreboard. It's going to be a lot easier to show you. On the scoreboard, I lined this up to make sure that my score was even with where I wanted the bottom, where there's no curve. So I want it to be straight there, and then I scored at 1/2 inch. so that I can join them together. So check first that the paper is both facing the right way. Sorry. And then make sure it measures right on the bottom so that we know it's going to fit right on the top. You can't really go more than ½ inch because that will show. So we've got that, and I have done 2 sheets because I want it for inside and out, but obviously you don't have to. That's the leftover piece. No, that's not. That's the, yeah, that's the backing. So this bit just fits nicely there like that. Like I showed you on the video, it is a lot easier to do it in canvas so that it can cut the backing out to perfection instead of you trying to figure it out. So it's very simply just a nice background like that, and then that is going to come out like that. I think what I was thinking about was possibly doing a bit of acetate at the back, but because I want to do the shoe 3D, I don't think that's going to work. So this is the shoe cut out. And then I've also cut out some of the flowers on each shoe. What I've done, I just chopped down. I've left one there so I can show you. I just chopped down and just cut out, and then cut it out with scissors. That was easier than trying to do it. So now what we can do is find my mat and give them a bit of a, just a little bit. This is one of the Glitter Girls thingies. I mean, I do have other ones, but this is still my favourite one. And all I'm doing is just rounding them off a little bit, just so that they look a bit, actually that one I might do that way. Yeah. And sometimes with flowers it's easier to use pin flare glue gel, because you only need a little bit and you can shape them to your preferred desire. So like this one has to have a bit there, and just a little bit there, because I don't need it so much there. And then we're just gonna see how I've done a flat in the middle, just because that's what would happen. And then it's this one. And again, try and do a flat in the middle before you, and don't push down too much. There we go. And then we're doing this one. So one there, and just a little flat bit there, because this one's coming out and not in. And again, you're going to try
So although I know it's the same as what's on the actual shoe, I still wanted to use that as the backing. But what we can do again is go around the corners if you wanted to. I don't really personally feel the need to. And I'm not going to put it on foam pads. But I did do an extra one in case there was any mistakes or anything like that, or I needed it. But I think I'll use that for another project now. So that is now going on the inside there. Now that one, maybe that could go on foam pads. So let's dig out the foam pads. Don't need a lot. There we go, that should do. So you've got the shoe like that with the nice pink lace that matches the flowers, the blue behind that matches the blue, and I've also done a couple of sentiments which I've done in hot foiling. It's a girl thing and Hope Your Day Sparkles. I thought either one would go with it. I think it's a girl thing. Yeah, I think it's a girl thing suits it much better. So I'll just put a couple of pads on there. I might have done it a bit bigger than I intended, but still. And there's your card. So you can just sit it forward like this, or you could somehow connect these two, maybe with a string of pearls or something like that. But I think, to be honest, there. And then I have also got the inside to stick in to match it. So yeah, I've done all that. So that's the first card, which I actually really like. I think that's a really classy card, and I've done it so that it'll fit in a 7x7 envelope. Okay, so the next one I've done is Mr. Mouse. The reason I've done this is because I don't know about anyone else, but I found the instructions quite difficult to follow on this one. So I thought it best if I try and do it so that I can show you all how to do it. So I've chosen different colours because that's what I do. Got some extra there. First off, I can't fit cardboard into my printer because it's an Epson printer and it doesn't take card. It doesn't take very thick paper. So mine is only 120. So I've cut out an extra of the outlines, extra couple, that I'm going to stick together to make this a bit more solid. But first of all, I want to colour him. Now, because I'm using red, all I'm going to do is colour his jacket with alcohol inks in a bit of red. The lines are all still there. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the finer pen because I'm making a mess of it. There we go, that's better. So I'm going to leave the trousers grey because I think that the dark red with the grey is a good colour match. Maybe I should have gone with a darker grey, I don't know, but to try and keep them buttons grey. So I like the idea of colouring what's already there. I'm going to do is tie the same colour, although it's red, it's a very pale one, so I'm just going to go over it the same as the hat in the same colour so that they all match. Yeah, I think that's acceptable, do you? You could go over, got little bits of white there. Yeah, you could go over the darker bits with a grey or a black if you wanted, but I'm going to just leave it like that. I just wanted to show you how colouring it in is quite simple. Sorry, I missed a bit of tie there. So I've done that. Now all I want to do, where have I put the glue? I'm just going to stick 3 sets together. There we go. So he's a bit solid, a bit more solid now, so I feel a bit more comfortable. So instead of cutting out the squares, I've cut up 2 6x6 cards. I thought that might be better. So what we need to do first, okay, so we've got 4.5 inches. No. Let's try 4 on 1. I'm going to do it in inches because I work better in inches. It says 25 mils, which is 2.5 centimetres, which is about 1/2 inch anyway. So you just need to make sure that the line you do is the same all the way down. So I've got 4 inches plus 1 more line, if that helps people. Right, so it's got to come over a little bit. So I'd say the 4 inches. Let's try that. I mean, what you could really do is you just need to fold that first bit in half. But it's nice to have it where you know the lines match up. And then I would do that at 1/2 inch. That's how it tells you you've got to do it. And for this one, so this is the middle piece of the easel. So you're going to fold it in half. The reason you need to cut the cards is because you put in it, you're sticking this corner to this part here and doing that, and then you're sticking a third bit onto that like that. So I am just going to get my mats and make sure I don't need to put them on first before I stick this down, because I've got a feeling, yes, so it's gonna, right, so I'm gonna do the mats first. So the reason I've put a hole in this is because I'm doing the red and I want a little bit that's gonna come up. So rather than cut out another square, I've done my usual and skimped on my card. Is pretty cool. Then you get 2 mouse cutouts for the stopper. One of them has a bit that you're going to stick so that it all stays, and on the top of that you need a score line to stick this one to, so that it can fold back, because you always want the score line on the back, not the front. So let me see if I can do it on here quickly, because I'm trying to be quick rather than get that big giant scoreboard out again. So I'm just going to do there. So we're going to glue there. I left the hat on as well because in the project they've done in the magazine, they've taken the hat out and put a sentiment in, which is a great idea, but I kind of really like the hat. So what did I do there? Okay, I've made another mistake. I've gone and scored the wrong one, but that's okay. And then our Mr. Mouse is going to sit on top, and of course I think we could use pads. Mind you, do we need them? Where I've laid him up a bit, he stands out a bit anyway, so I think we might get away with that. Ooh. And it doesn't matter where on there you put it, as long as it's somewhere that it can stop the card. So I love these ones like they've done in the old magazine, where there was a ballerina stopping the card in front and things like that. I really like the style of all of them. I'm going to put him there. Okay, so normally you'd have put this on the back and that would have stopped it. But I was silly and scored the wrong one, and then it all went wrong. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might have to put, actually that's a good idea. I'm going to put a pad, but leave it covered, because it was my mistake. Because I don't want to stick it down, we want it to go flat. But if we do that, then it will stay. There we go. So there's the main part of my mouse. Now they put a sentiment saying have a nice day. I obviously want one that says Happy Father's Day. So I was supposed to have done it. I haven't done it, but I might leave it in case I change my mind and give it to someone for their birthday. So that's my take on their card. I like the reds with it. I think it looks regal. I really like that. So that's number 2. Number 3, I've gone a bit extreme with this. So I've mixed up quite a lot on this. I've done the one with all these panels that stick like this. But I've also added in my own bits so that I can make it a wedding card. So first of all, I didn't cut the middle piece out, but I know it's just half of an A4, which is 15 centimetres. Well, just under actually. There. I think it should be the same height. Might be a little bit smaller. Okay. So the thing about this, I found this really confusing as well, because it was saying that you needed 3 bits of card to hide the back. But if I don't understand, if you're sticking 2 on the back like this, then you only need 1 piece to hide it. So we need the scoring board again. And it also says on it to make a note that you've got them all the right way up, because they are not symmetrical. So let's just make sure we do that, because I've made that mistake plenty times before. Looks like them two are different. Okay, so all like that. Okay. So this is the side up, and now it says, this is the bit I don't, so 2 of them, forgive me if it's me being a bit silly here, but 2 of them you've got to score at, oh, it says it in centimetres again, so at 5 and 8. 1 from this side, so if we do it from the back and do 5 and 8 from the back, there we go. Okay, sorry about that guys, it took me a while to figure that one out. So The first one, the right way round, do it at 5 and 8. And then the second one, if you turn it over and do it at 5 and 8, it's going to be the opposite. So it does work. But I don't understand why you need to do 3 bits of card. If you've got the one piece, I've just cut an A4 sheet in half is what I've done. So this side is going to be stuck there, and this side is going to be stuck there. I don't know why you need 2 bits to pull it apart, but I'm going to use this so that it's flat and I can make sure that everything fits okay. So I've done it like that. It's hiding everything. Everything's folding nicely. And that's the first bit of the card. And then these 2 stick on like that and go in. It tells you to cut this out in this and then cut these off, because I also took all the lines out. I don't feel the need for them. I took this outline and done an offset inward line around the outline, and that is what I came up with, and this is what it cut out. So I am finding that a lot easier. And now what we've got to do is put them together. Do you know what? I thought it was going to be an absolute nightmare getting all these tiny little bits. I mean, look, they're tiny, but they're actually matching really quite well. Okay, and then this is where I've done it different. So I didn't want, oh, but that does show, well, I didn't want tags and things. I wanted to make it a wedding card. Now remember on the video I said it would be really nice to do Ava and then just cut out a white dress and put it over the top, and that is what I'm going to try and do. I do like this bit of paper. I think it's amazing. I think you could probably trim the top of that actually. Should we do that? Let's do the card first and I'll see how I feel. So the idea I had, I've got, it says congratulations on your wedding day, which I've foiled, and I used an arch in the settings, in the scan and cut. And then there's this, so this is the carriage, and I cut it out, but then I cut out just the wheels to give it a bit of 3D effect, so it looks like it's coming more forward. Didn't realise that I've somehow ripped the wheel, so I'll have to cut that out again afterwards. But this is the bit I was excited about. So I've got Belle, which I have cut out the charisma for, so that I have her skin and hair tones. And then I cut out the white, took the head and everything off so that I can do a white wedding dress. And then realised that her arms had been used for the, got that one the wrong way round, apologies. Oh no, that's right. The arms were enclosed. I thought they were just dressed like that. So I've had to go back and cut them out, and then I'll do them in a skin colour. And what I'm going to do is just colour the arms. So she's lovely in a white dress. She has got a backing as well. I just didn't feel like I needed hers. So she'll be like this. The carriage will be there. Congratulations on your wedding day up there. And then some real flowers. Rather than cutting the ones out that they had for that, they were quite flat. And I feel like for something like this, you need some real flowers. So it'll be like that. I didn't realise I've ripped the back wheel. So it would be like that with this, using pin flare, because that's the easiest thing to use for big. So it looks like that part's forward, and then just some flowers. Actually, maybe if I move this carriage up, then we can do some flowers around this, and then some around the bottom, maybe with another sentiment. So that's 3 cards I've done. I hope I've helped you in some ways. I hope you enjoy the magazine. I think in some ways it's better. We don't get as many projects, but like I said, we're lucky to get what we did. So hopefully I'll see you again next month. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.